Students, we continue the chapter cost of production. In this session, we discuss short-run cost curves, that is fixed, variable, and total average and marginal costs. So here, short-run cost curves. Conceptually, the short-run quantity of at least one input is fixed and the quantities of other inputs can be varied. In the short period factor, land and machinery remain same. On the other hand, such as labor capital vary with time. The short-term expansion is done by adding more labor and increasing capital. The existing size of plant or building cannot be increased in case of the short term. ಅಲ್ಪಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಥಿರ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾಂಗಗಳನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗುವ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾಂಗಗಳನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಬಹುದು. So following are the most concept take into consideration in the short run. Total fixed cost. Refer to the costs that remain fixed in the short period. These costs do not change with the change in the level of output. For example, rent, interest, and salaries. In the words of Ferguson, total fixed cost is the sum of short-run explicit fixed costs and implicit costs incurred by the entrepreneur. Fixed costs have implication in the production organization is zero. These costs are called supplementary cost, indirect cost, overhead cost, historical cost, unavoidable cost. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಚ್ಚ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಥಿರ ವೆಚ್ಚ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆದರೂ ವೆಚ್ಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗದೇ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶವನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ. TFC remains constant with respect to change in the level of output. Therefore, the slope of TFC curve is a horizontal straight line. So, in the figure shows TFC is horizontal to x-axis. So, it shows same in all levels. Total variable cost refers to cost that change with the change in the level of production. Costs incurred on purchasing raw material, hiring labor, and using electricity. According to Ferguson, total variable cost is the sum of amounts spent for each the variable input used. If the output is zero, then the variable cost is also zero. These costs are also called prime cost, direct costs, and avoidable costs. The figure shows when the change in the level of output, cost also what? Total cost. It involves TFC and TVC. Total cost is equal to TFC plus TVC. So TC also changes with the changes in the level of output. There is a change in TVC. Here, figure 5 shows total cost curve derived from sum of TVC and TFC. It should be noted that both TVC and TC increase initially at a decreasing rate, and they increase at increasing rate here. Decreasing rate implies that rate at which cost increases with respect to output is less, whereas increasing the rate implies that the rate at which cost increases with respect to output is more. It shows how the TVC and TFC changes. Another one is average fixed cost. Refers to per unit fixed cost of production. In other words, AFC implies fixed cost of production divided by quantity of output produced. It is calculated as AFC is equal to TFC by output. TFC is constant as production increases, thus AFC falls. The figure shows AFC curve. In figure, AFC curve shows a declining curve which never touches horizontal axis. This is because cost can be never zero. That is what we show. The curve has rectangular hyperbola. This is. Then average variable costs. Refer to per unit variable cost of production. It implies organization's variable cost divided by the quantity of output produced. It is calculated as ABC is equal to TVC by output. Initially, ABC decreases as output increases. After a certain point of time, ABC increases with respect to increase in output. So, U-shaped curve, it shows average variable cost. Average cost refers to total cost of production per unit of output. AC calculated as AC is equal to TC by output. AC is also equal to total of AFC and AVC. AC curve is also U-shaped curve as average cost initially decreasing when output increases and then increases when output increases. Marginal cost. Marginal cost refers to the addition to the total cost for producing additional unit of the production. Here the calculated is NC is equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. N is equal to number of units per unit. It is also calculated as MC is equal to delta C by delta output. Here shows the figure MC curve. MC curve is also a U-shaped curve as marginal cost initially decreases as output increases and afterwards rises as output increases. This is because TC increases at a decreasing rate and then increasing rate. So, in this session, students, we understand short-term average cost curves.